Good morning. I wanted to talk to you today about one of the last lessons that Jesus taught his disciples after 3 years of being with them in your morning cup of inspiration. Thanks for joining me today. I was thinking about it this morning. Jesus spent 3 years with his disciples, and on that last night, it was the culmination of everything he had taught them. And I'm going, what is he going to share? What is he going to share? Lo and behold, he leads by example. He does it through illustration and really doesn't have to speak. And I was reading the story in the 13th chapter of John, and all of you know what happens. He paused, he took off his outer garment, and he grabbed a towel. And with that towel, he went one by one and washed each of the disciples' feet. You know how humbling that must have felt for the disciples, and how incredible a lesson that was. And down in the 14th verse, let me read it. This is the 13th chapter of John. It says, "If I then, your father and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. I've given you an example." That's an example for us today. More in a figurative sense, we need to find somebody to serve today. So maybe it's time to evaluate a little bit whether we have begun to be selfish in our own lives and that we're thinking about ourselves and not others. Maybe it's time to just focus just today on who can I serve? What can I do to change somebody's life? What can I do to leave a message to them that I follow Jesus as my example? Further on in that chapter, the 34th, the 35th verse, it says to love one another. This is the new commandment. He says, love one another as I've loved you, and by this all will know that you're my disciples, if you have love for one another. Who have you ever known that has served you that you have not loved or appreciated? What a great way to show someone you love them, by serving. And isn't that our goal as Christians? That is the ultimate commandment that we can have. So I challenge you and encourage you today, find somebody to serve and spread that love that Jesus wants us to spread by setting that beautiful example on that last night. God bless. Thanks so much for joining me for that morning cup of inspiration, and we'll see you next time.